Hey guys, so what I'm going to cover for you today is why it's so important to delegate and outsource the retention in your club to your coaches. Okay, so we all know how important retention is, right? The longer that we can keep our clients, the more revenue we earn in our business, and how important it is for you to position yourself as a facility that gets absolutely amazing results and has a really, really powerful brand. Okay, so guys, with this, right, the reason why you want to outsource it is to free up your time to do higher value tasks. Look, retention is so important and I value it so highly, but it's actually quite easy to outsource within your business with the structures and systems that I'm going to give you today. So what you want to do, guys, is assign retention coaches to your clients. Okay, so you might have one coach at the moment, you might have two, you might have three or four. Okay, but essentially what you're going to do is to get your client results every 12 weeks. So let's say you have 100 members and two coaches, right? You're going to get those 100 members goals. And then what you do is you're going to assign 50 clients to each trainer if you only have two trainers. And then what that trainer is going to do, it's their job to make sure the client gets a result, they attend their sessions, and then also that they stay within the club. Okay, so because we're actually tracking that. Now, in terms of how many members your coaches can kind of look after at a time, we go about 50 to 60 at a maximum. So, once they start to get 50 to 60, and especially like it's really good if you haven't done this yourself, it's really, really good for you to do it. So you understand the time constraints and everything like that. So guys, when you position this to the coaches, right? Because they'll go, we call them retention coaches. You could call them transformation experts, but it's like, what do I do? Like, what's the role that I'm here? And I like to cover these things. So firstly, you want to bring the love and care that a client would get in one-on-one training into your group environment. Okay, so you want to be able to build a relationship. That's why like one part of personal training isn't necessarily that one-on-one trainers get such amazing results over group trainers. I don't think that necessarily is correct, but they have an amazing relationship with their clients, and the more better relationship you have with someone, the more willing they are to stay long-term, right? So firstly, you want to be able to build a relationship so the client has a point of contact with a coach to troubleshoot any issues that they have. Obviously, it's their role to help them reach their 12-week goal that they've set. Okay, so that will be cover their nutrition, making sure they're being like disciplined with their training, to troubleshoot any issues, to help them with things that they need along the way, and take great pride in the results of the clients that they're looking after. Always say showing the love. Okay, so making sure that they feel a part of the community, that someone has their back, goes such a long way in any business, but especially in a fitness business. And also this retention coach, I'm not going to cover referrals, right? But because they're looking after 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 clients, it's their role to get one referral for your business every single week, because they're able to extract those from the clients because they're giving such amazing service. So a couple of rules, okay, when you're setting this up. So they want to contact the client every fortnight. We set up rules where they only contact via text message and email, so it's kind of nice and structured. What we mean by contacting every fortnight, they can message them every week, right? Whatever it takes to get the person the result. But it means the client must have engaged back every 14 days. If the client hasn't replied or gone cold, then it's on the coach to make sure like they chat to them if they see them in a class, to give them a call, to make sure that they can get into contact so you're getting that reply rate. Now, in terms of how they message them, right, you don't want your coaches to get super lazy with this, where they just send like a group text message out every week. I always recommend following this principle when contacting your clients. It's called the SPEAR principle: short, personalized, expecting a response. Okay, and always, guys, focusing on their goals, right? We're going to go into a bit of a coaching aspect. I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes, but when you're running through them, say they've got like a 12-week goal to lose 10 kilos, you want to follow them through in blocks. Okay, so we'll focus on their nutrition at the start, then increasing their training, whatever the flow is, but the messages should all be leading on from another, right? And you want to make it worthwhile. Any point of contact you have with a client, you want to make it worthwhile for them to have invested their time to read that text and especially to reply to it. So that's when you're coaching as an owner to make sure that these texts are really valuable and always personalized, because people know when you copy and paste text, guys. Everyone fucking knows it. You know it, and the clients know it. You just kind of don't want that within the business. Now, the trainers, to do this right, will track their results. So we use in-body scanners. You can use weight, whatever you're doing to track results. But the trainer will be getting the results tracking every week, every fortnight from the clients. They'll also be tracking attendance, okay? Because we know in our group training gyms, if our clients are training over 3 days per week, their long-term retention and their results goes absolutely through the roof. And then they're also inviting people to your events, right? You want to run monthly events. It really, really helps with retention. Run different events. So, one might be like, a workout and beers. One might be like a beach sand session. The other one might be rock climbing and beach volleyball, or, training with the kids. There's 100 different ideas that you can do, but running these monthly events will also help with retention. And the retention coach will also nominate up to 5 members a week for your member of the week. So we have members of the week where we'll post, 15, 20, 25 epic results within our Facebook group and our email to fire up the whole community and to show the love publicly in our internal private pages of people that are doing really, really well. Okay, so there's heaps of stuff you can do, right? And it's something that all gyms should be doing to free up your time to do marketing, sales, and really grow the business. But the thing you're probably thinking about now, if you're not running this, is how do I do it, right? How do I action this into my business? Okay, so first of all, guys, you want to get all of your members' goals for the next 12 weeks. Okay, make a Woofu form. Go, hey, name, email, what's your main goal over the next 12 weeks? What's holding you back from reaching that goal? How can we help you get there, right? So you have those goals set. Okay, you're going to have to email them. You're going to have to text them as well to follow them up to get them back. Not everyone gets them back to you. Then once you have all those goals back of your members, you want to sit down with your coaches, okay, and assign even amount of members across the board of everyone who is a, retention or transformation coach, right? So they all have roughly even numbers. You don't want one person having 70, another person having 20. It's never good for team culture. Then after that, if you haven't implemented this before, what I would recommend initially is setting up 2 weekly meetings where you're coaching and inspiring your trainers on all the systems that you want to follow and what you believe gets people results. Because if you haven't trained your coaches on nutrition, on mindset, on their emotional awareness to, different factors that come into play, like training clients with kids or, just how to deal with people, essentially. You need to run through that. You need to teach them how to text, and you can build these systems as you go within your team. And I always recommend, guys, making videos like this for your trainers so then they can go into a portal and watch, and you show them how to send cards, what a short personalized expecting response text is. You can copy and paste a few text messaging flows, how to deal with a client who's not attending sessions, what they say, what they do, how to handle a client who's not following their meal plan, what you say, what you do, what the next steps are to make their life nice and simple. So now you've got those 2 meetings. So let's say it's on Tuesday and Thursday where you're going to touch base. You're going to look over those documents. You're going to work with your trainers to give them one-on-one feedback on how they get people better results, how they increase their attendance, and everything that you want your gym to hit in terms of your retention and performance metrics for your clients. Then after that, guys, once you've done training for 12 weeks and the trainers are really up to speed, they know what's expected, you're also tracking. So if a client cancels from their retention list, that's actually on the trainer. That's their responsibility because someone from their retention list canceled. Is then after that, guys, you can go to a basic weekly meeting for 30 to 45 minutes where you have an upskilling section. And then we go, guys, what are our clients who are doing really well? You have a chat about them. Who are our clients at risk at the moment who haven't been replying, haven't been attending sessions, isn't really feeling it or getting good results even though they want to? Then you guys troubleshoot that as a team. You make custom strategies for the coach, but you also make the team aware of it, of people they should be identifying. So when they come into the club, you really pump them up. You show them a bit of that extra love because people need a little bit of extra love and care at times. And then you rotate through this cycle every 12 weeks, right? You get started. And guys, if you haven't been doing this, your first 12 weeks that you set up will be your worst 12 weeks ever, right? If in a year you haven't improved these systems by 1,000% just by doing them, by innovating them, by tracking your numbers and seeing where you can improve, right? And that's how you're able to improve these systems really, really easily and effectively. Team, it's so important to outsource and delegate the retention and results in your gym. So you can focus on marketing, you can focus on sales, and you don't have all the clients messaging you about, like, you know, if they want to suspend about their nutrition. It's just super, super stressful, and you'll be wearing too many hats as a fitness business owner if you do that. Team, I hope you enjoy that. Go back, rewatch the video if you need. It will probably take you about a week to implement because you get the 12-week check-ins back. If you ever have any questions, guys, please reach out to me via private message anytime. Always here for you guys. If you're ever interested in learning this more in depth with all the tracking sheets we use, exactly what text to send, how to track everything, that's what our Inner Circle program's for, guys. It's only $50 a week. You'll find links around on my social media, or you can send me a message if you're interested in joining. Retention's a massive thing that we focus on, and we want to make sure that you as a business owner is earning a really great income, right? So you're safe and your family's sustainable and you can have a great life, but also that you have a really amazing lifestyle, guys, which is, you know, starts with outsourcing and delegating this stuff to your team, because that's what they're for. So you don't have to work, you know, 70, 80 hours a week, which I know fitness business owners are prone to do, because we're all such really hard workers. I don't want that to be the case for your whole life. So let's start to work on it. Let me know how you go if you implement it, guys. Always love to hear when you get value from these videos. Nothing makes me happier. Send me a private message. Have a great day, guys.